Hey everyone, welcome to Alpha Insights. I'm Niva. We're back with a quick sector snapshot to round out the week. And hey, if you have questions while you're listening, drop them at stockalpha.ai.
And I'm Adam. Markets are closed this weekend, so we'll talk about what came in through Friday, February 20th, and what to watch heading into Monday, the 23rd.
All right, let's get into the cannabis patchwork. Michigan retail numbers caught a lot of people off guard. As of Friday, February 20th, January sales in Michigan were $226.8 million. That's down about 8.3% year over year and down roughly 15.9% from December. Medical sales were the real shocker, plunging about 43.4% to $400,000. That level of decline is big enough to force you to ask direct questions of any multi-state operator that leans on Michigan. Comp store traffic, basket size, margins, all of that can get hit.
Right. I mean, when you look at the data, it's not just a one-off. If a company has a large footprint in Michigan, those numbers can ripple through quarterly comps and even liquidity planning.
Exactly. Which brings us to policy. This week, we saw a few state moves that increased near-term regulatory risk. Missouri's lower chamber advanced a ban on intoxicating hemp products, and Arizona approved measures that could criminalize, quote, excessive marijuana smoke or odor.
That's a headache for retailers and landlords. Even if those laws are refined later, they create uncertainty for store-level operations today.
At the same time, there's some pushback at the federal level. A GOP congressman and Kentucky's agriculture commissioner have urged Senator McConnell to support delaying the federal hemp THC ban by 2 years. So you're seeing state-level friction and maybe a potential federal pause.
Which raises the question, will a federal delay blunt the state-level damage? Honestly, I was a bit surprised by this one. A 2-year delay would give hemp product sellers breathing room, but it doesn't erase state bans that already affect local markets.
On the demand side, Canada was a bright spot. Statistics Canada reported a December monthly record of $503.7 million Canadian dollars in retail cannabis sales. That shows consumer demand north of the border is holding up, and it matters for names with Canadian operations.
Yeah, that's a good point. Diversification matters here. If a company has meaningful Canadian revenue, that can offset U.S. policy-driven softness, at least partially.
Corporate finance also made headlines. Green Thumb Industries expanded its senior credit facility by $50 million. That boosts liquidity, but also raises questions about leverage and what they plan to use the money for. Acquisitions, store openings, working capital?
Investors should dig into interest coverage and stated use of proceeds. Extra liquidity is useful if retail softness persists, but piling on debt can be risky if comps keep sliding.
Quick reactions. Watch these things before markets reopen on Monday. Federal movement on the hemp THC ban. Any follow-up votes in Missouri or Arizona. Company-level disclosures on Michigan exposure. How Green Thumb deploys that $50 million. And, of course, continued monthly Canadian sales updates.
Short-term, position sizing matters. Regulatory headlines can spike volatility when U.S. markets open. Longer term, pick companies with balanced geographies or clear liquidity plans.
To sum up, regulatory risk in the U.S. is front and center. At the same time, Canadian demand is a genuine bright spot, and corporate financing moves are a double-edged sword.
So be selective, be patient, and know exactly where each company earns its revenue. Ask whether exposure is U.S.-centric, Canada-heavy, or diversified into consumer packaged goods.
All right, quick wrap. Key takeaways?
Michigan weakness is a signal to probe company-specific exposure.
State bans add immediate operational risk, while any federal delay on hemp THC could change the landscape for hemp products.
Canadian record sales help diversify, and watch how companies use new debt for clues on risk tolerance.
Got questions? We'd love to hear from you. Head over to stockalpha.ai, where you can ask us anything, and we'll answer live. And while you're there, check out more market content.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you Monday when markets reopen. Stay curious and keep digging into the details.